So you hate your hair. I think we have all been there at some point, and I'd like to share some tips on how you can get over that and how you can fall back in love with your hair, set yourself up for success with your hair, and frankly, just get on with your life so you're not obsessing with your hair all the time. Before we get started though, subscribe, please. I'd love that. So a few weeks ago, I did a video on fishtail breakage, and I received a comment that got so many likes, and frankly, I could feel her despair. I could feel her frustration and her just willingness to give up on your hair. I just want to read her comment to you guys. There is literally nothing you can do to stop breakage, and I'm sick to death of it. Wear a low ponytail, have breakage at the nape. Wear a high ponytail, your edges break. Wear your hair down, the ends split. Wear protective styles and the ends become dry and split. There's nothing I love more than wearing my hair out, but it never lasts more than a few months because without a doubt, there's breakage and I'm forced back into wearing fake hair for up to a year before it all grows back. I am so tired of this. If hair is all the same, why don't other hair types have to struggle with this as much? They can wear their hair down every single day and have no problems. I'm so tired. Man, I felt that. So I just feel that so many women have such a negative relationship with their hair. It's really have such a negative relationship with their hair, and it makes me so sad because, you know, it's our crowning glory and so much of our self-confidence is wrapped up in our hair. And, you know, I can't help, like I've been there, right? And you can't help just comparing yourself to all the other people out there who seemingly have great hair and never seem to struggle with any of that. So I felt like that was me a few years ago, about 2 years ago, or right before the pandemic started. I suffered a major setback and I was just like, you know, nothing works. I follow all of these YouTubers, I follow all of these hair gurus, and my hair was breaking. It just felt like I wasn't doing anything right, and the hair breakage was real. My hair looked terrible. I had that fishtail breakage as well. And I just, you know, I took a break from YouTube. I couldn't in good conscience keep giving these tips out to you guys when they weren't even working for me. So I hated my hair. I felt ugly a lot of the time. I compared myself to everybody. And one day I was just like, enough is enough. You know, like I feel like my life is beautiful. My life is on track. I'm following my passion. I'm happier than I've ever been in every other aspect of my life, except for my hair. So I honestly doubled down. I did research, but in, I guess, like just a better, more informed way. And when I really started focusing on myself and boosting my own self-confidence and realizing that my self-worth is not wrapped up in my hair, it's funny, my hair started to grow. So a major turning point for me was speaking to other women with relaxed hair and women with natural hair. My sister has natural hair, and, you know, just speaking to other people in the YouTube community with both relaxed hair and natural hair, and I learned a lot. And almost every single person had the same thing in common. They just really focused on listening to their hair and getting familiar with hair care products and their ingredients and just doing some trial and error, but within reason. You know, you don't want to go into the poorhouse trying all these products that ultimately will not work for your hair or leave your hair worse than when you started out. I then put blinders on and just started listening to my own hair. I was using too much protein. I think I was using too many products as well. I really pared down my hair care regimen and I threw out everything that I felt didn't work for my hair, because then I would not be tempted to use those things when my favorites ran out, or if I felt lazy and I'm like, oh, I'll just use this heavy protein conditioner again that ended up breaking my hair in a split second. So yeah, I just got rid of any temptation, any bad products, and I really paid attention to the condition and quality of my hair after I was using these products. So after doing all of that, wow, this is a little shiny. I'm using a tinted moisturizer by, let's see here, It Cosmetics, and I actually quite like it. It's amazing. It's got SPF 40. The color is, I need my freaking glasses. The color's deep after all of that. Anyways, I'm just gonna take down some of the shine. So after doing all of this research and really listening to my hair and speaking to other people who I trusted, I came up with 6 things that you can do to start loving your hair and to start feeling good about your hair and just boosting your confidence so that, I don't know, you're not ruled by your hair and ultimately just feeling worse, feeling like nothing works. And here are those tips. So like I said, do your research, okay? Like honestly, when I started really paying attention to ingredients, looking up what these ingredients do, how they benefit my hair, you know, the differences between hair oils and serums and deep conditioning masks and hair masks and straight up conditioner, and then things like hydrolyzed protein, hydrolyzed rice protein, hydrolyzed this and that, learning the rank of ingredients on hair care products, you name it, my hair got better. Now, I've never done too much research into hair porosity or anything like that. I just felt like, you know what? For now, I'm just gonna listen to my hair and what works well for it and, you know, not worry too much about these, I feel like, theories that don't necessarily work for everybody. All right, so the next tip for you so that you can stop hating your hair, getting on with your life, and frankly, falling back in love with your crowning glory was finding inspiration. So, you know what? I took a really good look at who I was following for hair inspiration on YouTube and Instagram for hair inspiration. And you know what? I was following people with very different hair types than mine, and frankly, very different goals. I was following people with 4C hair types, you know, very kinky hair. They were using products that were super, super heavy, using products that were really heavily protein laden. It was working for them, but was not working for me whatsoever. I was following girls with, you know, just let's say like 3A, 3B hair types who are using lots of curl activators and things just, you know, that just wouldn't necessarily work for my hair. Now, you know, you can take what you can from these people with different hair types. Like, you know, naturalistas will have great tips for how to condition your hair, how to keep your hair moisturized, so on and so forth. But, you know, not all of their tips are going to work if you have very different hair from them. I just kind of cherry picked tips from all of these different people that I sensed that would work for me. Follow your gut instinct, right? Like if you have really fine, limp, relaxed hair, something that a girl with 4C super kinky hair is probably not going to work for you. So yeah, find inspiration. Go on Pinterest, go on YouTube. The key here is finding people with similar hair to yours, or even just finding people who have a really solid regimen. Like it doesn't all have to be about, oh gosh, let's find somebody with the products that you think we'll use. Like, you know, follow somebody who has a really solid hair care routine. Follow somebody whose regimen really inspires you. Like, you know, every Sunday they deep condition their hair. Once a month they go into the salon for a hair treatment. Following accounts like that really got me on track because it really motivated me to, frankly, do better for my hair. It, you know, again, I want to stress, like, you know, you can look at somebody with very different hair to yours and want that for yourself. But again, you have to really look at accounts like that with a critical eye. Is it really achievable for you? Are they going to make you feel bad in the end? You know how social media does that? So yeah, just be really kind of healthy and picky about the inspiration and the content that you choose to take in online. But yeah, that really, really worked for me. Going on Pinterest and finding girls who had hair similar to mine, and also finding girls that had hair goals that I felt were achievable. Okay, so in addition to all of that, I would go online or find magazines like Essence, and I would cut out pictures and put them places that I would see them every day, so that I was motivated in a healthy way to stick to my hair care routine that was working for me. And, you know, I would see these pictures and I'm like, okay, I can do this. And here are the steps that I need to take to achieve those goals. Honestly, seeing these pictures every single day, they kept me honest. They kept me on track, and they kept me motivated. All right, so for my next tip, I would recommend tweaking your regimen. Really think about what you're using and if it's working for you. Not all expensive products work well for everybody. Not all of the trendy products will work for you. Honestly, just when you're washing your hair, when you're conditioning your hair, if you think your hair is dry and damaged, tweak your regimen to include things that are super moisturizing and really hydrating. And then really be diligent about, using them every single day, paying attention to your hair. So this is something I notice with dry hair. If you are using like all the right products, but let's say you're always wearing your hair out or you're over manipulating it, that could be part of tweaking your regimen as well. Just finding a protective hairstyle that really works for you, that makes you feel beautiful and protects your hair so that you can retain length, hit your length goals, hit your hair health goals. And with tweaking your regimen, you may want to enlist the help of a professional. Just do your research so that you are going to a hairstylist who is in line with your hair goals and who won't end up causing more damage than when you begun. That would suck. Okay, so my next tip would be covering your hair. If you are hating your hair and you can't stand how it looks, get a wig, get weaves, braid your hair, do whatever it takes. Like, don't be shamed into banging your head against a wall and, fighting with your own natural hair. And when I say natural hair, like the hair that is already on your head, go get a wig, cover your hair. Like that commenter said, do what it takes to grow your hair back to a length or a hair health that you're comfortable with. And, just go with that. Don't feel ashamed. Don't listen to these people who are like, oh, make fun of people who wear wigs and weaves and whatever. Do you. And with wigs especially, when you're covering your hair during the day, you come home at night, take the wig off, and you do your hair care routine. You can moisturize and seal, do whatever, take care of your scalp, and then, during the day you have that comfort and security of your wig and you feel beautiful. And these days, there are so many gorgeous wig options out there that are so natural. Like, there is this woman in Toronto, Miss Inches, and my girlfriend got a wig from her and it just looks so good. I would be tempted to wear that every single day until I'm ready to meet my maker. So yeah, I tell all women that, like, just follow your heart, follow your instinct, block out the noise, especially block out the haters, all the judgmental people out there. Wigs are just such a great option, and give your hair a chance to recover. So my next tip would be to really baby your hair, really pamper your hair. Like, everybody could use this. I reserve Sundays for my Sunday spa days, and that's where I do, face masks. I will give myself a pedi, you name it, and I really take the time to baby my hair. And I always suggest this to other women because I feel like, we're all in a rush. People are moms. People have really busy 9-to-5s, and I feel like they really just sort of neglect themselves in general. But I also feel like a lot of us neglect our hair as well, like, clearly. So something you can do to pamper your hair is, really take the time to do a nice, long, deep conditioning treatment. Now, a little warning, always try to follow the instructions on the product. A form of overprocessing is leaving these things on. This blush is a little, whoa. So yeah, a form of overprocessing is leaving these conditioners on for too long. That's how I got protein overload the last time, because I don't like to learn. But yeah, do an oil treatment. Baby every single inch of your hair. Treat yourself to a salon visit. Get a treatment done professionally. Another thing I do to pamper my hair and pamper myself is I love to give myself an extra long scalp massage. It is so good for your scalp health. It stimulates your scalp as well. That massaging motion brings increased blood circulation to your scalp, which really, really creates a nice environment for growth. So that is a great way to feel luxurious, to pamper both yourself and your hair. So my last tip would be to do something drastic to your hair. I thought long and hard about giving that last piece of advice, because we are conditioned to, stick it out and to not do anything drastic with our hair, especially if you've gone through like a significant life change, like a breakup, a divorce, having a baby, changing jobs, you name it, those major stressors in life. And I just think that if you really hate your hair, it is time to shake things up. Like, I don't know, if you're relaxed, maybe relaxing's not for you, go natural. Maybe getting a short haircut, like a pixie cut, to really give your hair like a healthy, fresh start. I have a girlfriend who, she just hated her relaxed hair. And she hated the maintenance because, a lot of people think that relaxed hair is less maintenance than natural hair. I think it's definitely easier than natural hair, but it still requires a lot of effort. And she was sick of that. She was sick of, first of all, going to the salon so often to get to like the maintenance. She was sick of, her whole day being taken up by washing her hair, so on, in like the deep conditioning process, you name it. She was so sick of all of that she went and she got a pixie cut and dyed her hair blonde, and it looks so great. And she's a different person. Like, she blossomed after doing that. Now, that's pretty drastic, and we all know like hair bleaching isn't always, it's not too conducive to healthy hair. But she told me it was like a new lease on her life, and she'd never felt so beautiful. And, every time she talked about it, it was like she came to life. And I just think that that was so great for her. Other drastic options are, colorful wigs, getting locks. Try it out. Don't bang your head against the wall if you hate your hair look. This ties into one of my last points, which is, hide your hair, cover your hair. You can go out and get a great wig, and that gives your hair, a chance to recover and a chance to grow. And I just feel like a colorful, fun wig. My mom went and got like a Halle Berry purple wig. Now, she wasn't having any problems with her hair, but she just found it so fun. And it's just so funny to see, her come to life when she wears her little purple Halle Berry wig. And what's funny is she started wearing it all of the time, and her hair grew. Like, she was just so happy with that. And, here she is rocking this drastic purple wig and having the time of her life, and then having a fun, and then experiencing that fun surprise of hair growth and retention. There's no reason for any of us to just sit back and sort of be miserable with our hair and let that misery control our lives. I'm really saddened by how many women walk around just feeling, frankly, ugly and unattractive. And then on top of that, being judged by people for it. As a YouTuber, as an influencer, social media can be really rough. And, you know, I feel that YouTube is one of those platforms that they can say anything to anyone. You know, a friend of mine, she always quotes this funny meme that we saw. Funny, it's kind of scary, but, you know, people get online and say things and like they forgot what it's like to get punched in the mouth because, you know, you wouldn't say those things to somebody in real life. You wouldn't say those things to somebody who's standing right in front of you. I feel like people can be really harsh in real life as well. But yeah, I feel, you know, especially as Black women, so much of our self-worth is tied into our hair. It's like a historical thing. You know, the everlasting battle between the, you know, good hairs and the bad hairs. And I don't know, I listened to my single girlfriends, and, you know, there was, she went on a date. She's Black. She went on this date with a Black guy, and he actually told her that he wasn't quite attracted to her because she didn't have that good hair. Like, what a crushing thing to hear. And no wonder so many of us just aren't happy with ourselves because there's just so much judgment around hair and not enough information out there on how to take care of it. So guys, that pretty much brings me to the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed me watching me do my makeup as well. If you have any tips on how to love your hair, how to block out the noise, how to really feel comfortable in your own hair, your own skin, please drop them in the comments. I love the discussions that we have in the comments here, and your suggestions, your comments really help others. Like, ooh, sorry, that fishtail breakage video, that got a lot of comments. That one comment from the girl who really hated her hair got so many likes as well. And resulting from that, so many of you shared your tips, coping mechanisms, and, you know, hair products and tools for all of us to learn. So I really, really appreciate that. Again, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like this video if you learned something from it, and please share it with somebody who is struggling with their hair, whose self-confidence is kind of in the toilet because they're not feeling attractive. They've tried everything with their hair and it's not working. I swear to God, sharing is caring, and it's more than just likes and views. It's helping a fellow sister love herself and boost her self-confidence. Anyways, guys, I can't thank you enough for watching, and I will catch you in the next video.